right beside myself. I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapist, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Levitating blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blick at my VIP. Snack of my. One brick, one miss. Rich took his check out. We talking start like ball high, pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm a miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Bro, I'm godlike, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro, they tryna me. That's the wrong way, back your buddy, if you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a I'm in the S5 facing comfy, cause I can't name it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from SoFi. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And that play gets nothing. So, no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Dobbins. And he'll spin out of a tackle. Winds up getting about 6 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And he's gonna give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Here's a first carry for their running back. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. And it's fourth down, so here comes Riley Dixon to punt. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's first and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Herbert. The rookie from Georgia, it's Lad McConkey. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Second down and 8. Now Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley.
Nice job here by the defense. They understood this quarterback is looking to push this ball downfield, past the line to gain, and he's got no choice but to check it down short to the tight end, rally tackle, and brings up fourth down.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. They go play action with Mayfield. He goes down dangerous right there, so close to the goal line. He is outside of the end zone, though. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field. And tell you what, he takes the sack.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Asante Samuel Jr.
You know, Mike, anytime you decide you're going to air it out back up on your own goal line, you're taking a big risk, right? It's got to be out of your hand fast. Give the quarterback somewhere to go quick. But the defense knows that. They're attacking. They're taking some chances to jump some passes. We saw it there, and they're lucky that was just a turnover instead of a pick six.
A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown Chargers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They're trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Going up top for Evans. That's hard. And he's going to take this one all the way into the end zone. There is a marker down. We're going to get the call, but I think this one is going to stand. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bucs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Dobbins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter. And at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. Inside the 25. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
So, not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. They'll try to run it with Harris. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. This one is going to be picked off. It's James Bradbury. Past midfield. Still on the move. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Buccaneers. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception, and now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum. And the Buccaneers are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
His drive will start on the ground. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll stick with him again. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Asante Samuel up from the corner spot to make the stop. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. A gain there of 15. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Baker gonna give it to Irving, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun. Mason. Oh, they are on him with a crash, and he's lost the football. The Chargers have it. Inside the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Oh, there's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. Man, nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Trey Palmer. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On second down, Baker. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft, but I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
Here's 2nd and 6. On play action now, Herbert. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Malik Mustafa. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They send the tight end in motion. Herbert now on first down. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll give it to Dobbins. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Tyke Smith there on the stop.
The 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pitch.
Herbert.
It's second and 8.
He connects with Disley. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Chargers
Play action now. It's Herbert. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he's into the end zone. Will Disley. Touchdown, L.A. Point after now from Dicker. He knocks it through. And the Chargers are back to within 7. It's 28-21. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
Come to the line now on second and 2. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points.
It is brought in the end zone. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The kick is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 35, Chargers 21.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. On play action, it's Herbert. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Herbert to throw on 2nd down. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. They'll have the 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
And the Chargers 1st down.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Now a shot here, deep middle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Herbert again. He's going to try it here again. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Zion McCollum. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. A ball deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. It's 2nd down.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He'll let it go deep left sideline. That is hard. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Throwing is Baker. To the goal line and in. Touchdown Buccaneers. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Buccaneers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one-sided game. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Palmer now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the day. First down, Tampa Bay.
Handoff here, up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll bring this inside the 30. Gain of about 5. Now a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't think when you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. He'll go again here with Irving. And he will power his way into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 1st and 10. Now Herbert. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Tyke Smith there on the stop. Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Open man is the tight end Disley. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He's going to air this one out. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You can see the look on that quarterback's face. He took a big, deep breath. He knows he might have gotten away with one. He's trying to give his receiver a chance in the end zone to go get it. And the defender got there first, and fortunately for him, he didn't come away with the interception.
A run with Dobbins. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. Intercepted in the end zone. And that's a touchdown. Well, they just tried a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with a big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. He'll go right and find his running back. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Mayfield to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after.
The pressure too much, and he goes down. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20.
Throwing, Herbert. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And that is incomplete.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack, 2nd down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Baker to throw. He connects with Palmer on that one.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On 2nd down, Baker. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He'll find his running back, White. He is in. Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bucs stretch things out even further. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He's going to tuck it and go.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
To throw is Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Levante David.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. 3rd down coming up. They'll try to get this one on the ground. On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Now he'll air one out. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Zion McCollum. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here up near the 40.
I got to give credit, Mike, where credit is due. I mean, they have played a complete game in all facets of football. I mean, the scoreboard pretty much reflects what we've seen play out here over the last 4 quarters.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Pass thrown deep for Godwin. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
The Chargers take over first down at their own 20-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 80 yards. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out.
Chargers 34.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a run going left. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll stay on the ground. Finding room across midfield. He's done it again. Back-to-back good runs. 19 this time. And another first down. Now give on the ground. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll run on second down. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Pickup of 11 yards on that walk. Good for a Buccaneers first down. Up the middle they go. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. give up the middle. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On the handoff, it's Irving. And the Buccaneers are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal. He'll take